the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Mavericks in Dallas. Well, for the Mavericks, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. And tonight, we get to see Otto Porter, the third overall pick a few drafts ago. He's had his critics, but Shaq, you could say now he is one of the best small forwards in the game.
Yeah, the game has slowed down for him. Doesn't try to do too much. But, Ernie, he has the talent to be a big-time player.
You know what? I could talk about Otto Porter for hours.
Don't you dare.
Okay, well, I'll just tell you this then. He gives you outside shooting, inside scoring,
2,
steals,
3,
blocks,
4.
Everything you can expect based on what he did at Georgetown University. He's doing it in the NBA.
See, if you talk too long about him, we'll miss the tip.
Okay.
And that's why Kevin Harlan is standing by at courtside.
All right, because I had an hour's worth of work.
The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge and the state flag of Texas looking majestic tonight. We're coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. This homestand ends here for the Mavericks as they get ready to hit the road. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They like to change that now.
And in their 2 matchups last season, they came up empty both times. Not really too shocking when you see how they fared overall.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, Kristaps Porzingis has drawn comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, and it sounds like Dirk is a fan. He says of Porzingis, he's long, athletic, tough. He has touch. He can put it on the floor. He is for real. Kevin?
And Porzingis, DA, a good 3 inches taller than Dirk. He's a very unique talent for sure. And, you know, Chris, it's early, of course, but a few veteran players seeing dips in their individual production. And there has been some talk. There has been some concern about that.
Yeah, but even for veterans, it could take a while to get into a groove. It's the beginning of the season. You still have to find your way, new teammates, new concepts. And if a player's role on the team has changed, that can affect his production. I mean, look at a guy like Melo last year. Going to a different situation, do you sacrifice by shooting less? Do you sacrifice by shooting more? Because some guys are out of position, out of sorts, and out of their comfortable areas or their comfortable norms of playing. And so, yeah, it takes a lot, whether you're a rookie or a veteran. It really doesn't matter. This game can throw monkey wrenches at you in all type of areas, and it's how you adjust. So it's not about the start. It's how you identify what you need to do to get better, and then do it, and then see how that adjustment has worked.
Yeah, Anthony's a good example. You're right. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. And down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. White is out there with Levine, and it's Porter in at the small forward. Now here's Levine. Markkanen kicks to Carter. Out to the wing. Barea against White. Back to Carter. Clock at 6. Shoots over Marjanovic. Carter, that's good.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper. First bucket of the day.
That's all you want, is a good shot to get yourself in a rhythm. For him, he's going to want a lot more than that to come.
And stolen by White. And here comes White, leading the fast break, and then Carter with the dunk.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
No, that's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
The shot's good.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Now here's Levine. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Detroit. And Carter now, top of the key. Shot clock at 5. Takes a shot at the elbow. It's rebounded by Dallas, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
You know, a poor shooting night I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Or selfishness. I mean, this is what happens when you don't make the extra pass. Your field goal percentage can go south.
Now here's Porzingis. Wendell Carter unable to get his last shot to go. Carter with the block. Levine against Hardaway. Here's White. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, despite finishing with only 27 wins last season, the Bulls put up more shots than any other team in the NBA.
Yeah, they were first in field goal attempts, but only 23rd in makes. That's why they were last in field goal percentage. But this is what you get with so many young shooters.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. And so here is Dallas. They trail by 1. White against Barea. The pass to Marjanovic. Yep, that one goes.
Too many inches being given up in that matchup. I mean, he's got no chance of putting a stop to that layup.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's White, and that one hits back iron. And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Porter with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Levine passes to White. Back to Levine. Passes it to Markkanen. 6 on the shot clock. Tries a 3. And again, Chicago, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Hardaway finds Barea. Shoots it. Unable to get that one. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Well, their opponents ran some pretty good sets, too. I mean, let's be honest, created some nice open looks.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. The back-to-the-basket scoring, obviously more uncommon these days than it was in the past. Can we even say now with any kind of certainty, Chris, who has the best hook shot in the game?
The best hook shot in the game, by far, still belongs to Tony Parker. No, he is not a big man, but he did lead the league in paint scoring when he was in his prime. Now a little bit older, he can still get to it. When Tony Parker gets in that paint, Kevin, he has the best jump hook. When I played in the game, the only guy that I respected their jump hook as much as mine was his jump hook because he would float it over bigs so easy.
No kidding.
Oh, no kidding, Kev. He still has the best jump hook floater in the game. That's right, that man Tony Parker.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Young's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Denzel Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Satoransky's checked in for Zach LaVine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Now here's Satoransky. 11 points for him in that last game against Detroit.
Well, he also made a mark with this passing and had the assist total to show for it.
Mavericks trailed by 3. Inside, and the dunk by Powell.
Now that was a sensational feed. He hit him right on the move.
The Bulls have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. 1:39 left to play here in the first. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. The shot by Satoransky, no good. And the Mavericks with possession here. Jackson passes to Brunson. Carter with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. Clock at 6. Here's Brunson. 9 points last game out, and it's good for 2.
Great work to find the space to get off the open jumper. He's going to work hard for those.
Done outside. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's good.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Each team is stepping up, rising to the challenge. Yet another lead change.
Here's Brunson. Carter pulls it in.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Now, here's Satoransky. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. The Bulls have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
2 shots.
That's good from Valentine. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Mavericks trail by 3. Here's Brunson. Pass to Porzingis. Just 3 on the clock. Good defensive work there by Young. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bulls lead by 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Well, yeah, small lead so far, but it's building fast, and they better watch out.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. We've got Chris Dunn. Young is out there with Carter. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. And it's Valentine in at the 3. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Young. Powell pulls it in.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
Here's Brunson. Pass to Powell. Poked away, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Satoransky. And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic is checked in. Markkanen, he's checked in for Chicago. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Doncic. Good defensive work there by Young. The Bulls leading by 3. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Tipped away. Here's Doncic. And the shot is long. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Now, here's Markkanen. 20 points for him last game against Detroit.
I mean, and you look at his free throw numbers. I mean, this shows you how much pressure he put on the defense.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
How about the point guard position? A lot like the quarterback. You need a team to put the ball in your hands and trust you to run the show, especially down the stretch. Last season, the Bulls handed Chris Dunn the keys. He seized the opportunity.
Brunson, no good.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
Now, here's Dunn. He's coming off a 16-point game against Detroit. Shot clock at 6. The shot will not fall. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And Dunn, the 5th pick back in 2016, voted by his fellow draftees as the favorite to win Rookie of the Year. But Chris, it took until year 2 in Chicago for him to break through.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this game is all about getting better, finding the right situation. He still has to become a little more efficient as a player, cut down on his turnovers, improve his shot-making abilities a little bit, but he's delivering on his potential as a two-way player.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Porter's checked in for Valentine. Lean comes in for Satoransky, and it's White in for Dunn. And it's tied up with that one. When it came to a big man's responsibilities, you helped pave the way for so much change in that regard. But what are some of the big C-Web now doing that weren't done when you were playing?
I don't know, Kevin, if it was anything that they weren't doing, but it's the freedom to do it with consistency. So even if we talk about a Larry Bird who only could shoot maybe a 3.5 a game, let's just round it up to 2 threes a game. Well, now what if Larry Bird had the freedom to shoot 10 threes a game like guys do now? And so I think that the game has caught up with players' skill set as opposed to the skill set catching up with players' game. So no longer are you held to being a big man. Now you can be a basketball player, and being a basketball player for Dirk Nowitzki is much better than him being a big man. Dirk Nowitzki, being a basketball player that he is, means that he is a threat wherever he is on the floor because he's not just limited to a 2-foot box space there in the post. And for defenders like myself, I would much rather Dirk Nowitzki have to stay 2 feet in the post than to be able to shoot the ball whenever, wherever he wanted to. Because I tell you what, now you got a problem because he can knock it down from anywhere and everywhere that he wants to.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Wright. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Powell kicks to Barea. 4 on the shot clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Barea's got his first bucket of the night. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. Well, we'll see what they run coming out of this.
Porzingis is checked in for Dallas.
And checking out the numbers for Porter, good season for him last year. Last year averaged 14 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
The Mavericks leading. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Bean with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
White the pass to Levine. And he makes good on his first shot of the game.
Oh, solid at realizing when to take these shots. Levine's eyes light up as passes are coming his way.
And so it's Barea with it. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Kicks it to Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Now, here is Young. Markkanen passes to White. Back to Markkanen. Out to White. The 3. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
And the pass to Doncic. 36 seconds left here in the second, and it's good for 2. Marjanovic has got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Young against Porzingis. And Young kicks to White. That 3 off the mark. For Dallas, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Hardaway dishes to Barea. Passes it to Porzingis. That will count. It's a tie game in Dallas. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy, and then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Well, they remind me of Arizona. They were flat defensively. They didn't collapse at the end. They allowed over 50% shooting. I expect them to come out much more aggressive in the second half and try to take the lead early on.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Cars crossing back and forth over the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge as we welcome you back to Dallas. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You gotta like what Wendell Carter has done in this game.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Oh, yeah, especially how he established great position and showing some nice footwork and really read how the defense was playing.
And Chicago has possession. They've got Porzingis. Hardaway is out there with J.J. Barea. Then there's Doncic, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's White. And the shot no good, a bit short. Dallas shooting well, 50% from the floor. To the middle. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
For Dallas, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Here's White. And to look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Dallas.
And the three-point shot above the break has become a popular shot in the league, but not for them tonight. They're passing that one up and just trying to get their offense from closer to the hoop.
2 shots. Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Here's Barea. Pass to Marjanovic. He kicks it to Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Buries it down low. Porzingis has got 6 points.
And that's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Pass to Levine. From outside the arc, the Mavericks pull it in. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds in this game.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Mavericks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. That free throw good from Hardaway. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Levine against Hardaway. Got a hand on it.
0 for 3 now since halftime. Taking them a little while to find their rhythm.
Kicks it to Doncic. Over Levine. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Porter looking it over. Releases. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Levine's got his second bucket.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
How about Lauri Markkanen out of Finland? I love his game. Look, he comes from a family of athletes. Both his parents played basketball at a high level. I know he got his game from his mom. She told me that. But his older brothers both made the pro ranks, one in soccer, the one in hoops. His family, skilled.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Start it.
Both teams changing it up here.
Looking now at some numbers for Wright, how he performed last season. Put up 8 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you know, he'd love a bigger role, but he's trying to prove himself in the minutes he's getting right now.
Yeah, you're right, but he's putting in the work, and the results have been okay. He just needs to keep believing in himself.
Here's Porzingis with a fast break chance. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half.
Dunn left side. Carter the pass to Dunn. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Howell's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones. He's having a great night from the floor, and they're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
Now, here's Dunn. Over Brunson. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Dunn.
Decent at cashing it in from the mid-range. I mean, it's obvious that Dunn wants to improve his jumper.
Brunson the pass to Doncic. Porter against Porzingis. To the left wing. 5 on the clock. From deep. Brunson, no good. Bulls trail by 7. And Satoransky kicks to Valentine. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Satoransky, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Largely out there for his terrific shooting range, C-Web, is Thomas Satoransky. He's a pretty good playmaker as well.
Team player. I mean, he understands that he needs to get his shot within the floor of the offense. If it's not there, he's quick to move the ball and generally makes good decisions.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Satoransky. Dallas making a switch here. Jackson's checked in, and a change for the Bulls. Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Brunson. Outside Jackson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Denzel Valentine.
Well, Justin Jackson, he grew up in Tomball, Texas. You think about that. That's the same town as Jimmy Butler. They must grow toughness. Look, he went on to star at North Carolina, 2017 NCAA title. And then he went on to be the 15th pick in that year's draft.
And the first one drops. And Jackson, the ACC Player of the Year. And Chris, he was first-team All-America.
Oh, yeah. He just needs a little more time in this league, a little more experience. He's improved a lot, Kevin, especially from beyond the arc. Now, look, he set the Tar Heels single-season record in 3 points made.
And so Jackson nails both of them. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They trail by 7. Not a piece of it, but they recover it. Here's Carter. Makes it off the glass. Carter's got 8 points.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Outside, Porzingis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And 79% from the line a season ago. Pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
His free throw ability makes him tough to defend in the post. Teams can't get too physical with him.
Bulls trail by 7. Dunn passes to Carter. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. .132 left to play in the third. Dunn left side. 6 to shoot. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Chicago with the ball. Carter kicks to Dunn. Clock at 4. Takes the 13-footer, and that one hits back iron.
You can't be missing shots like that in the post. That'll get you a spot on the bench.
Back to Jackson, to the inside. Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Well, that's just a good example of why the score is what it is. I mean, they need to protect the rim a lot better than that.
Here's Valentine, following the score by Dallas. And then Carter with the jam.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
And that's a play they'll run over and over, fellas, as long as he keeps working.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, it's nice to have an option like him every time down the court.
Bulls trail by 10. Dunn outside. Launches it. Drills it from outside. Dunn's got 7 points.
What touch on the deep ball. You can see Dunn becoming more confident in his long-range shot.
The third quarter comes to a close. Mavericks ahead, up by 7. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Mavericks leading by 7 on the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. They've got Markkanen, Young out there with Porter. Then it's White, and it's Levine in at the 2 spot. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. And here are the Bulls now. Outside, White. And he banks in the layup. White's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Chicago.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
That's just an attack mindset. I love it. Game on the line, he's out competing guys.
And he gets the bucket.
I like to see them getting the ball down low and then getting a quality shot.
Bulls trail by 7. Levine kicks to Young. And the pass to Markkanen. Now here's Levine. Shoots over Powell, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
But he's showing you he wants to close this game out. That's an attitude that he brings and is appreciated by this team.
Now here's Hardaway. Here's Marjanovic, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul goes against Chicago. And he makes the first. Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. And so he hits both. Now here's Levine. Passes it to Markkanen. Levine finds Young. Now Porter, and some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's White. That one a little long.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
That one goes. Count it.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Levine. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Hardaway. And here is Marjanovic. Guarded by Levine. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's foul number 2 for him. Last season, C-Web, the league implemented rules for resting starters. Has that had any effect, in your opinion, so far?
I'm not a big fan of it. I think that this should be something that's held in the locker room, that if you're a player and you're hurt or if you're tired, that you and your coach should be able to talk about it, and definitely he manage your body the way that a coach should. But I don't think that this should be something that's just out on the table that I can take a rest day. It's just never been in the game. This is a new precedent. But I do love what the commissioner and the NBA has tried to do, is address the issue, because it was getting out of hand, resting players, especially on national televised games. If I'm a fan and I'm coming there to watch my favorite player and you're not playing there tonight, and I've saved up for these tickets for months, gotten good grades, done everything my dad has said to do, and he's taking me to the game and you don't show up?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a big letdown.
That's sad. And it's the Mavericks with the ball after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Marjanovic kicks to Hardaway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. bangs home the trifecta. Hardaway has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
We've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jim Boylan was going over with his team. He got into him pretty hard. He said, we are being way too soft in there. We need some toughness, and I need some defense. No more easy baskets. Pretty strong words, guys.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
White dishes to Carter. On the wing, Levine. Guarded by Porzingis. It's tipped out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Poke loose. Here's White. He kicks it to Levine. White against Barea. White the pass to Porter. Shot clock at 5. From downtown, it's good from long range. Porter's got it back down to single digits for the Bulls.
Look at how Porter just exploits that screen and roll that time. He's always prepared to shoot off the pick.
Markkanen against Porzingis. Unable to get that one. So the Bulls will take it the other way. To the inside. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're up by 7. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. Barea against White. It's stolen by Carter. Here's Levine. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
No fear trying his luck inside. You know he has hops.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that trims the lead to 6.
I mean, he's a versatile player who can come play either guard position. I mean, Levine continues to impress as the years go on.
And so Levine nails both of them.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
Pass to Porzingis. Shoots over Markkanen. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And White kicks to Levine. Over Hardaway. Sinks it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Staying under control in key moments. I mean, the way Levine handles these important possessions are so impressive.
Porzingis. It's in!
Still attacking. Building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Well, what I like about it most is he's doing it efficiently.
Now here's White. Shoots from the baseline. That's short off the rim.
Off target with what's what? Pretty good look from mid-range.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Okay, those free throws helping them to make the lead even safer.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. .29 seconds left in the fourth. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Oh, nice looking pass right there. When Levine is working it around, it helps tie the team together.
And so they foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. From deep. It's rebounded by Dallas. They've held a 12-point lead earlier, and that's an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. 2 shots.
Two shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
And with the time remaining, I'm just not seeing it.
Well, you know they like to have some plays back, especially a couple of those stupid ones from earlier. But I'll tell you what, they'll learn from this.
Thaddeus Young on the wing. The three-pointer off the mark. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys got out on a break tonight. How did you get into transition so easily?
Yeah, we want to play faster, and that's what we try to do whenever they miss. We try to run, move the ball quick, and get easy buckets.
And you were able to beat them down the floor tonight, KP. Thanks a lot for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.